from leaving
oh,
like an anime protagonist.
oh, reconnection successful. We're back. We're back.
Woo!
I don't know what happened there. That was cursed. I don't know what was going on there. Like now the stream is at like green and everything. I don't know what happened there. Why I lost connection for a second. Crazy.
Yeah. So it just drops for a second.
Yeah. Is it still streaming for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember who was voicing this guy. Was it me?
We switched around, so I'll do it.
I see.
Only attitude is trying to help.
Another voice cut in. It was Sasayama. Had you finished dealing with the girl by the station then?
We don't know who this is, Anya.
I think it's Sasayama.
Okay. What happened to your friend?
Out of my way, man. I ain't afraid to kick your ass.
Look, cut the crap and let me take a quick look.
Sasayama unwrapped the towel from around the young man's head.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Oh, wait! Now I see. These are the guys from the gang, right?
Oh, the gang, yeah.
Yeah. And I think this
my
guy...
my brain froze because I thought you said from the game, and I was like, oh wait, she said gang, not game. I was like, yes, they're from this game. But no, my brain caught up. What was that? What were you saying?
Because I was just, I was like trying to remember if I recognized the guys, and I was like, oh yeah, this is probably from when Achi like beat that guy up.
Yeah.
The young guy was a little more than a kid. His head was soaked red with blood. He appeared to be unconscious. Yee! I don't know what happened there, Rolf. It was cursed. Now, like, the stream's at full green, so I don't know what's going on there. This music is way too funky for what's on screen, says Rolf.
There we go.
I'm not sure.
I can refresh the stream because not the Discord, but the stream on Twitch because it wasn't showing Rolf's messages. So.
Oh no.
But now it is, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, did I not turn on? Okay, yeah. There we go. Juvenile affairs, though. They're not that young.
If in Japan, I think it's like under the age of 21 or something.
Oh,
so
I see. Oh yeah. I forgot that it is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Just pick one.
Let's take him to a hospital. Well, but we can't leave the job, otherwise we're gonna get Let's just call juvenile affairs. They couldn't just leave him like this, but they were in the middle of a job. They should probably call juvenile affairs.
Part of the communal safety section, which handles crimes pertaining to public decency, finances, pollution, and so on. Juvenile affairs deals with misconduct and criminal activity involving minors. Since many SOS members are underage, the Shibuya Precinct's Juvenile Affairs Division has been ramping up its efforts to deal with the gang, although one detective in particular has been using this excuse to go on patrol at arcades, knowing his duties in order to fuel his video game addiction. I would use that too. I mean,
Same.
where else are the kids gonna be?
Yeah.
They're gonna be at the arcade, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I'd be.
Oh, Rolf said, age in Japan is weird. You're not an adult until 20, but then when you hit 25, you're basically middle-aged. Oh my...
Basically, yeah.
I saw, like, there was, like, trailers for this anime that was supposed to be, like, these two people who were, like, grandparents, and, like, oh, that love still exists even at, like, the old age or whatever. I don't remember
even
the
on
name
the
of...
battlefield.
Yeah. And, like, the only thing they did to make them look old in the anime was give them, like, gray hair. Even though, like, tons of anime characters...
That happens so much in movies as well. Like...
I looked at them and I was like, they look just the same as any other anime characters. But they're supposed to be, like, super old or something. Like, let me...
Yeah, just be honest and say that you de-aged the characters, you know? Like they did Game of Thrones. Or they, like, aged them up, like they did with Harry Potter, basically.
Yeah. Let me see.
Like, remember that in the book, Snape is supposed to be in his 30s.
Yeah.
But he's played by a 50-year-old actor.
Yeah.
He was almost in his 60s, you know?
Yeah.
And pretty much the same with McGonagall. She was like supposed to be like 50, but she was played by a 70-year-old.
Oh, I found it! It's called Jisan Basan Wakageru is what it's called. And like I'm gonna post a picture and you'll see what I mean. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it in VN Night. Or not, the Velvet Room, I mean, not VN Night. The Velvet Room.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Here we go. They're supposed to be old people.
Oh my god, that's stupid. That's so dumb.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh wait, actually, there's a reason why they look so young. Apparently they regain youth or something, and that's why they look young. But it's still funny to me. Grandpa and Grandma turn young again teaser trailer. Amazing. I like the idea that they turn young, but they still keep their gray hair.
I mean, look at certain people like Steve Martin, who was like like he'd like grey white hair from like a very young age, so it's quite possible.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely some people who get gray hair pretty early. Like
Yep.
Danny Gonzalez that I watch on YouTube is already getting gray hair. And he's like 20s.
Yep.
And oh my gosh. Chris Pine as well.
Yeah. Though he's not that young.
Yeah. They totally stole that from House Moving Castle, says Rolf. Yeah. Kano took out his cell phone so he could call the precinct, but Sasayama stopped him, then showed the two youngsters his badge. Oh crap, you a cop? Sasayama nodded. Who you kids with? The Bamfs?
That's supposed to be me, Anya.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry.
Shibuya's number 2 gang, its leader, Sohi Ikari, has gathered up some big mean dudes in an attempt to make Shibuya his turf. The gang's leadership is inferior to that of SOS, but on an individual level, its members tend to be stronger in a fight. Word is that the rise of the BAMS is one of the reasons SOS are going more combative recently.
Yeah.
Well, now it's your turn, Anya.
Yeah, I was reading what Rolf said. Rolf said, I'd take going gray over going bald any day. Sadly, you don't get to choose, yeah.
True that.
SOS, admitted one of the young men after some hesitation.
Who attacked you?
Yo, it ain't like that.
What was it like then? Infighting?
The young man was silent. Sasayama must have been right on the mark. In the course of his police duties, Kano picked up a fair amount of street gossip from the young people in Shibuya. Lately, the scuttlebutt... the scuttlebutt about the legendary SOS gang was that they were dealing with some internal strife.
Don't worry about it, I get it. There's a hospital just down that way. Hurry up and get him there.
The young man batted off Sasayama's offered hand, then quickly hauled his friend away. Sounds like SOS is on the verge of breaking up with all this infighting, huh? Kano asked. He kept his eyes on the young men as they headed off.
Yeah, seems like it's pretty rough. You know, with the original leader leaving and all.
Yep. Gotta put that scuttlebutt down in the dick note. Exactly.
Exactly.
The detectives in juvenile affairs were well acquainted with SOS's original leader.
Well trained. That would be Hachiendo. Initially, SOS was nothing more than a small group of like-minded young people who hung out together. As its membership grew, the general public began referring to the group as a gang. Word has it, back when Archie was in charge, gang members never stated any conflicts themselves, but simply responded in kind when others brought fights their way.
The stories were like something out of some after-school special. There were tales of them taking down gangs who sold drugs to kids or breaking into Yakuza front offices to save their friends. The detectives with juvenile affairs took these stories with a grain of salt, but if there really were young people like that out there, I kind of hope to meet them someday. I mean, Kano, technically you did in a bad ending. You thought that he was a criminal.
Yeah.
The detectives had to hurry to catch up with the man they were tailing. He was still strolling along, seemingly in no particular hurry. They kept him in sight. They kept him in sight as he crossed another pedestrian overpass and circled back around.
Still for the same MO, huh?
Guess so. How'd things go with the girl? He was careful not to take his eyes off the mark as they talked.
I'm not sure which one this is.
Oh, this is Sasayama.
You're right. She's not part of this. Just one of those street evangelists or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she kept asking me, but are you really happy with your life? Worked me out. I bailed out of there quick.
Yeah, the otaku disguise is so good.
Yeah.
So, Sasayama, I'm thinking the attache case is going to get handed off again any moment now.
Huh?
Sasayama peered at the mark, who was scanning at the plaza he just entered, apparently looking for someone. I take one side, you take the other? Kano suggested. Sasayama's eyes went wide.
Say what now?
That way we apprehend both perps involved with the handoff. Sasayama didn't reply. Look, HQ isn't thinking about the hostage's safety, Kano said, but that needs to take priority here. Sasayama's face took on a rare solemnity.
Disobeying a direct order does not suit you lightly. A detective's behavior is governed by the Local Public Service Act. Article 32 states that a detective is to faithfully follow the orders of his superior in the course of his duties. Violating this is punishable by a warning, reduction in pay, suspension from duty, or dismissal. In the event of a warning, not only is the individual expected to submit a formal letter of apology, but pay rises may be delayed or performance bonuses cut.
Then, after a moment, he added,
But I'm on board. I'm sick of all this wandering around anyway.
That's the Sasayama I know, Kano replied with a chuckle. Sasayama gave him a silent thumbs up.
Yeah.
The two detectives took up position on opposite sides of the plaza. Kano called up Sasayama on his cell phone. You ready?
Just give the word.
There were only two non-Japanese people in the nearby crowd. Both were eyeing their surroundings anxiously. Kano was certain the handoff was about to take place. And sure enough... Look at this guy! The second man approached, the one holding the attaché case. After exchanging a scant handful of words, he took the case and walked off. Sasayama?
I'll handle the guy with the case.
Yeah, Hagrid?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, oh my god.
Got it. Sasayama broke into a run, chasing after the man who'd taken the ransom. Kano hung up his phone and rushed to close the distance with the other man. You there! Stop where you are! The suspect turned and Kano recognized his face. He was indeed a member of the foreign crime syndicate that operated in Shibuya. Is the hostage safe? The man's only response was an unsettling grin. Answer me! But though he repeated the question, the man remained silent. Kano. We should probably handcuff him first. Maybe he just doesn't speak Japanese. That could be it too. He's like, I have no idea what the heck this guy is saying. We should probably handcuff him and then check with Sasayama. It's like we pull out the phone and he just runs off. Took out a pair of handcuffs and reached for the suspect's wrist.
Equipment used by police officers to shackle suspects. In Japan, the belt that makes up part of the officer's duty uniform has a storage pouch for a pair of handcuffs, and is used in a lot of kinky BDSM play.
Yep.
Anya knows all about it, just ask.
Oh, snap. The man pulled a knife from his breast pocket and swung it right at Kano's face. Kano managed to jerk away in time, but his momentum carried him too far backward and he sprawled onto the pavement. Damn! The suspect was already making a run for it. Suddenly, a large car of foreign make skidded to a halt, blocking off the man's escape route. A tall Caucasian man jumped out. He wore sunglasses and a crisp suit.
A white man.
Oh, snap. Now cornered, the fleeing suspect brandished his knife. Be careful! But Kano didn't even have time to finish shouting his warning. There was a metallic pwing, and the knife went flying through the air. The man in the sunglasses has snapped his right foot up, sending the weapon flying. Is this Kiryu? In the white suit?
Yeah, partly.
As the attacker's jaw dropped in astonishment, the newcomer proceeded to elbow him right in the face. The blow connected and the suspect went down hard. Oh, ow! The fallen man turned his head to look at Kano. His mouth moved as if he was attempting to say something. He never got it out. The man in sunglasses kicked him in the face. With a groan, the perp slumped down unconscious. I guess they only carry one set. Hey! What the hell are you doing? He stormed over to the man with the sunglasses.
What up, bitches?
Yeah, he looks just like, oh my gosh. I don't remember his name. Yeah, Agent Smith.
You mean Hugo Weaving?
You were ordered to watch and see where these guys went, right? He spoke in fluent Japanese.
Imagine you were a Japanese person who's never been in a situation where you suddenly had to speak to a foreigner. You haven't used English in ages. Your tension grows. You think back to English class in school, but nothing you remember is helpful versus me in France with my French and struggle Scramble, and me currently with Dutch, and I'm just like, I know I can understand this, but I am terrible at speaking it. Please
Yep.
don't ask me to talk to you in this language, please.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but nothing you remember is helpful. You muster up the courage to choke out a stammer. Do you? The foreigner responds fluently in your own language. Nihongo di daijoubu desu. It's alright, I speak Japanese.
What happened to that Japanese sense? What happened to that Japanese sense of honor I've heard so much about?
Anya's still got bagel in her mouth.
Yeah. Who? Who are you? I just finished it, actually. Nom nom nom.
Num num.
I'm from the U.S. Embassy's Regional Security Office.
Yes. An embassy is where ambassadors from a foreign country lodge and conduct much of their official diplomatic business. See, see, Rolf, I do. And international law, ambassadors are guaranteed diplomatic immunity, and the embassy grounds are considered territory of the home nation. The U.S. Embassy's Regional Security Office is responsible for the security of American diplomatic facilities and personnel, and provides American citizens in Japan with information on public order. It is located in Akasaka, in the Minato ward of the Tokyo metropolis.
Yeah, I always, the thing about the embassies is I was thinking about one time I went across the border into Canada, and at the time my parents didn't realize that my driver's license didn't have the added thing for going across the border on it, but apparently whoever was letting people into the Canadian side like just didn't care that only 2 out of the 3 people had it on their things. So
No, dear.
when we came back to try and get back in, the lady who was at the border was like, I can't let you in with just this because it's not valid for like doing that. And luckily, like, my mom thinks of every contingency and had all of the passports with us as well, so we just used my passport. um but I just was thinking, like, it's crazy that you can be a citizen of a country and not be allowed to go back in your own country. Like, what?
Yep, it happens.
And I was like, what would happen, like, if we didn't have the passport? Like, what could we have done? And I guess I would have had to go to, like, one of the embassies.
Yes.
uh Or at least, like, they leave me on the side of the road and they go back home, get the passport, and come back.
We're free!
Yeah. Crazy.
But she's also on meal ticket, so no!
Yeah.
But we also don't have to pay for her anymore. Yay!
Pros and cons. He presented Kano with his ID. In this picture, he kind of looks like, why can't I remember anyone's name now? He looks like Superman guy. I forgot his name.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah. It kind of looks like that in the picture.
Kind of.
His title was listed as Security Assistance Officer. Kano glanced at the car he'd shown up in. Idea for a show about a group of friends who scam people for a living. Bros and cons. Perfect.
Wait, correct that down.
we gotta patent it, make it ours, copyright it.
We've already got a. If Anya remembers to save the world, we already have a memory of it.
Yeah. The license plate was blue with white lettering. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs? But the ministry wouldn't just send some diplomat to intervene in a police investigation. Kind of pulled his phone out of his pocket. Sasayama's name was displayed across the LCD screen. Why am I tripping over, like, every word?
LCD stream. New stream on the LCD.
Yep.
How are things in your end, Connor?
I have the suspect in custody. How about you? Sasayama hesitated.
Yeah, he got away from me.
What about the attaché case?
I'm sorry. But he's still gonna be around here somewhere. I'm gonna look around some more.
Sasayama hung up. What's your name, detective? Jack Stanley asked as Kano was processing this new information. Kano, from the Shibuya precinct. Alright, Kano. I'm going to need you to follow my instructions for the next while. Why is that? Instead of answering, Stanley took out his cell phone and made a quick call. Apparently, there's a music album, podcast, and production company with the name Bros and Cons. No!
No!
After a few moments, he held the phone out for Kano. Here. Permission from your boss. What? He took the phone gingerly, bracing himself. Kano speaking. Someone's in trouble. You imbecile! What the hell are you thinking? It was Kuze and he was furious. Understandably so, really. Kano had disobeyed a direct order, and for what? All he had accomplished was losing track of the attaché case. I'm sorry, sir. Really think sorry's gonna cut it? You're off the force, Kano! Kano slumped, defeated. He had no reply. He knew he deserved whatever punishment he got. Still, orders from up top didn't trump the hostage's safety. If he could have gone back and done it all again, he was sure he'd make the same call. Maybe that meant he wasn't detective material, but so be it. That's what I want to tell you. But for now, I need you to follow the instructions of the guy there, Stanley. Do whatever he tells you. Sir? Kano hadn't seen that one coming. Yeah, me neither. He disobeyed orders, that was undeniable. And yes, he knew he deserved a reprimand. But being ordered to tag along with some stranger who just turned up out of the blue, what the heck? May I ask why the US Embassy is involved with this? No more questions, Kano. Step in line. Please just hold on, sir. I have no idea what's going on here. Kuze let out an exasperated sigh. That makes two of us, kid. And with that, the director hung up. It sounded like even Kuze didn't have the whole story here, which meant that orders were coming from someplace higher. A foreign syndicate moving the ransom around the US Embassy. Whatever was going on was more than just a local kidnapping case, and Kano was deep in the middle of it. He handed the phone back to Stanley. Sorry, was taking a drink.
Oh, yeah, you hydrate.
Heck yeah, hydrate or dihydrate. A few moments later, 2 detectives from the MPD arrived on the scene. Stanley handed over the fallen criminal to them. You're chasing a bum lead, you know, Stanley said as he watched them carry the man away. What do you mean? I mean, this kidnapping isn't about the money. My priority is the girl's safety. Right now, your priority is doing what I tell you to do. Kano gave him a scowl, but Stanley ignored it. That guy we just arrested. He tell you anything? Oh wait, no. That guy we just arrested. He tell you anything? No, nothing. He was about to, though. It was like he was about to tell us something, and then the guy immediately knocked him out to make sure that nothing happened. I'm guessing. I think I could see the pieces are aligning here. So I'm guessing that whoever led to like the virus like being used badly is probably connected to like the US and how they were like wanting to have the guy move over there and start working for them. I'm guessing like it's probably like connected to that, and like the government like knows that they're connected to whatever is going on here, like all the people dying and stuff. Really now. All trace of emotion drained from Stanley's eyes. His gaze pierced Kano like icy daggers. It held a glimmer.
His gaze.
It held a glimmer.
Gaze.
Yeah, his gazes. It held a glimmer of something dangerous. Something Kano had seen plenty of times since he joined the force. The experience of being a pro-tag in a shonen anime. You know that the homoerotic tension is there. He wasn't looking into the eyes of some diplomatic liaison. No. This was a man who knew how to kill, who'd killed people before. With some effort, Kano managed to regather his sense of professionalism. He didn't tell me anything. He tried to, though. I just know that he's a member of some foreign crime syndicate that works out of Shibuya. I probably know some of their hangouts. Show me, Stanley said, cool as an automation. We'll take my car. Kano wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his brow as they headed for the vehicle. He was just sliding into the passenger seat when Kuze radioed over the wireless. Okie dokie, folks, listen up! The childish tone was back in his voice full force. Kano stiffened on reflex. He knew what that meant. So, he told me Osawa has, like, gone missing. What? Kano couldn't believe his ears. Wasn't Titano supposed to be protecting her right now? Also, Detective Titano hasn't radioed in. And, like, we can't reach him from our end either. No way. It can't be. So, yeah, he might have gotten caught up in this incident too. The way he's saying it.
Yeah, it's just so nonchalantly.
Yeah, it wasn't like a detective of Titano's stature to go incommunicado during an investigation. It could only mean that something had happened to him, something major. Oh, snap.
To be continued.
Hey. So now the only thing we have left is doing these two. Or no, we have several. We've only have 2 to be continued so far. Let's go back to Achi. Yeah, we've seen this. Unless she was all about finding herself a sugar daddy. No, he was being ridiculous. Achi banished the thought from his mind. Besides, Hitomi's personal life wasn't the problem right now. The problem was that psycho with the cane and the gun.
Is something wrong?
She'd finished sending her email. Oh no, nothing. Nothing at all. Achi did his best to look nonchalant. It was a good thing she couldn't read his mind. They exited Center Guy and resumed their approach towards Dogonzaga by the way of Maruyamacho.
There are many hotels in Maruyamacho, but these are not ordinary establishments, but rather the sort of hotel where 2 people of some kind might redacted. A couple heading to this kind of place in the early afternoon would, without a doubt, be suiting bent on redacted. You might be wondering whether an option for these 2 to get up to mischief will appear as collective props. Well, don't get your hopes up. This isn't that kind of game.
Another long detour to increase their odds of running into the gunman. They made an unlikely pair. Scruffy Achi, limbs lackadaisically swinging to hide his embarrassment, and brisk, purposeful Hitomi. Achi found himself watching her out of the corner of his eye. He could still feel her anxiety. He wished there was some way he could ease her fears. Hey, Hitomi, mind if I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so I realize this must be kind of a weird question, but... He put on a serious face. What does the eco and eco-friendly mean?
Huh?
I know it's about helping the earth and all, but I don't know what it really means, you know? Hitomi thought for a moment.
I'm pretty sure it's short for the English word ecology, which is the science of examining the relationship between man and nature. A subset of biology that deals with this cyclical relationship between organisms and their environment. Nowadays, the term can also refer to cultural and social effects on the global environment. The latter usage can be broad and imprecise, making the exact meaning somewhat difficult to define.
Oh, right. Science. Pleased with himself, Achi chattered on excitedly. Science! Bill Nye the Science Guy! Bill! A faint smile crept back onto Hitomi's face. Say, have you ever you ever hear about the clean river here in Shibuya?
Clean river? In Shibuya? Really?
Ask 100 youngsters outside of Shibuya Station the same question, and you probably get that same answer 100 times. Yeah, the Shibuya River. You know, that drainage channel we saw earlier.
Wait, that's the clean river you're talking about?
By no reasonable definition was the Shibuya River what anyone would call clean. And if you followed it all the way into the underground, you would find the Dead Gods pad, which you'll meet Joshua Kiryu, the god of Shibuya.
Spoiler.
That's the one! Achi grinned at her confusion. See, the river used to be clean a long time ago. I read about it in this old book called Science Strikes Back.
A popular monthly magazine abbreviated SSB. The series has been running for 29 years now, and probably it has been running for even longer since this was 2008. But the Strike Back appendix is still immensely popular with children. The woman who handles the home deliveries is known as the SSB lady, and children wait excitedly on the 21st of each month for her to make her rounds. That's cute.
Aww.
I used to have that book.
Hitomi chirped, her eyes wide with excitement.
You're talking. We're talking about that bit with the river that got turned into a song, right? The famous 1912 song Haru no Ogara, The Spring Book, with lyrics by Tatsuyuki Takano and music by Taichi Ogano. It is said that the song was inspired by the view of the upper course of the Shibuya River during Takano's childhood. In modern day, there is a stone monument bearing the song's lyrics, along with the Odekiryu line between Yoyogi Hachima, Sochimo, and Sangubashi.
Yeah, that's the one. You read it too?
I did.
Achi felt a giddy rush of this unexpected connection they shared. Imagine if there was still a clean, beautiful river here in Shibuya. It'd be the perfect place for taking a romantic stroll. Hitomi looked up at Achi. She seemed to share his joy in this idea. Would it be amazing if that dirty little channel could be clean like it used to be?
What?
Maybe as amazing as the look on Hitomi's face right now, Achi thought.
Cute.
Yep. Hitomi, tell me some more ecology stuff. Hit me with whatever you've got. She seemed happy to oblige, and so as they walked along, Hitomi explained the bits of knowledge she picked up over the years. Achi was quiet, hanging on her every word. The return to Dogen Saga became an impromptu environmentalism lecture. Hitomi continued until she exhausted her ready knowledge. I just don't get it, Achi grumbled when she paused at last. I mean, why is it a bad thing if the planet gets warmer? Wouldn't that make winter in places like Hokkaido way easier?
Oh, you see, because if the whole planet gets warmer, it'll cause the whole ecosystem to collapse. It'll snow and attack us.
Yeah. Achi racked his brain. And the ecosystem is what again? Is that like a solar system? Images of the cosmos filled his imagination.
No, not really.
So is it more like a sound system then?
Not really, you dumb shit.
Oh, but anyway, you're saying the problem is with the, what was it again? Carbon,
Dioxide.
yeah, that stuff. I'm going to have to cut down on that.
Sure. I hope you're cutting down on it.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of breathing.
That settles it. No more soda for me.
Soda?
Yeah, it's carbonated, right? Hitomi burst out laughing. What? I'm serious. You don't think I can do it? Achi is literally like the definition of a himbo.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just...
Her face froze, her mirth abruptly vanishing.
Oh no.
Huh? This guy!
Yep, he don't know when to quit.
He turned his attention in the direction Hitomi was looking. The man with the cane was bearing down on them. Oh, come on! You've got to be kidding me! He grabbed Hitomi's hand and ran.
We were having a nice moment.
This time he headed for the main road, hoping to get lost in the crowd. Hitomi struggled to keep up. She was exhausted after all their earlier running. You can do it! The guy's got a cane! We can outrun him! The assassin was still hurrying after them. As we get around the next corner, we'll be out on the main road.
Yeah, okay.
She strained to get the words out. Bit by bit, her feet were slowing down. It was another 50 meters or so to the main road. Achi realized that they might get caught before they got there. Sorry, you told me, but I gotta do this. Is he gonna pick her up? Yeah, I knew it. He scooped her up in his arms. Eep!
That was me, but okay.
By the time the squeak had escaped her mouth, Achi was already running full out.
Archie, please put me down.
Don't worry, you're super light.
That's not the point.
You know, I'm gonna say this. Like, if I was being chased by, like, some crazy people and a guy that I was pretty okay with picked me up to help us get out of there, I would just be chill about it. I'd be like, okay, this is the reality now.
Of course you would be. You're in damsel in distress.
Achi glanced back and saw the assassin, now far behind, break off his pursuit. But just as they rounded the corner, he heard the man call out to him. Achi almost stopped on reflex. Hold on. Did he just shout my name? How the heck does he know my name? Quaking with unease, Achi slipped into the crowd.
Archie, could you please sit me down now?
A meek voice pulled him from his panic. I wonder, is the guy that's with the cane actually supposed to be Titano? Huh? He looked down at the girl in his arms. People in the crowd all around them were watching and chuckling.
I mean, I'm really happy you saved me and all, but being carried around like this is, embarrassing.
Hitomi was blushing beet red, but Achi's expression had gone pale. Achi, wait! Had he really heard that right? That's what it had sounded like. He set Hitomi back on her feet, then used his shirt sleeve to wipe the sweat from his face.
You okay? Hello?
When we were running just now, did that guy say anything?
Not that I heard, no.
Huh. Had he just imagined it then? Maybe. Achi was sure he didn't recognize the man.
There's something weird about that guy, though.
She furrowed her brow.
No matter where we run, he keeps catching up to us. It's almost like he knows where we're going.
She was right. Finding a particular pair of people in a place as big as Shibuya bordered on the impossible, and yet somehow the assassin had tracked them down several times now. Yeah, it's like he got some way of locating us or something. He got a sudden idea. That's it. What if they're doing like the whole tracking thing, but like backwards?
What?
Okay, so you know how in police shows they always stick a tracking device in the bag with the ransom money? Like that, but backwards.
Okay, so backwards isn't the right way to describe this, but Archie doesn't realize that. He does seem to know that a tracking device is, at least, a radio transmitter that can be located by the signal it emits. The Japanese police sometimes refer to this as a beeper, not to be confused with the English slang term beeper, meaning a pager. Yes. Backwards.
Yeah, like instead of putting the tracker on the money, they put it on you.
I don't see how I could possibly have a tracker on me. I mean, I'm just wearing my clothes from home.
Oh, huh. Well then, how is he doing it then? Barely a moment passed from the moment he got the words out of his mouth.
Hello.
Once again, the man with the cane stepped out into the road ahead of them. Like, that's Toteno, right? Is what I'm guessing. And he's not actually trying to kill them. He's not an assassin, he's a detective. Really did seem as if he'd known exactly where they were going to be. How the hell is this happening? He reached for Hitomi's waist, ready to pick her up again. It's okay.
Okay, I can run by myself. Don't try to steal my lines, Anya. I'm gonna leave.
I feel like in this situation, if I'm like, okay, I can't run that much, but this guy is super strong, he can run just fine, I might as well just let him carry me around if that means we're gonna survive this.
Right?
Like, I don't understand, like, the thing of, like, it's fine. I don't need anybody's help. I can run on my own. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like, this is a life or death situation. Achi took her by the hand instead, and they raced into another alley. I mean, I feel like that's stupid. Like, stay on the main road. What's he gonna do?
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah, like, why are you going into these alleyways when some guy with a gun is chasing you? This guy just will not give up. At the far end of the alley, you could see a forklift parked beside a pile of cardboard boxes. Hop into the forklift and drive it at the assassin. Oh my god, that's stupid. We're gonna throw the boxes. Achi snatched up the nearest box, turned, and threw it at the man with the cane. The box was filled with something heavy. This ought to do some damage. Oh, and that's why he lost contact. When they said that he wasn't talking anymore, it was because he got knocked out by Achi. Oh, and Tateno knows his name because he probably worked on cases about SOS and whatnot. And so he knows who he is. And it's like, Achi, wait, I'm just a detective working on this case. I'm not trying to kill you. Here, have another. One by one, Achi hurled every box in the pile. And one for the road. Poor Tateno. Getting beat up by boxes. The last box wasn't properly sealed. It broke open as it struck their pursuers, sending several bottles flying. They shattered as they crashed onto the street, splashing red liquid. The assassin dropped to one knee, scrubbing at its face with his hand. Oh, snap! It's the bottles. Oh my gosh, what are they called? The stuff that they were trying to sell. The terrible diet drink. Aichi looked on in surprise. He couldn't possibly have hit the guy that hard. Peering at the man more closely, he saw he was splattered in red liquid. Apparently the stuff in the bottles had got— oh no! Oh no, Tateno! I feel bad for the guy. My poor guy. Now's our chance. Achi took off with Hitomi, leaving their pursuer kneeling in the alley. No, Tateno. My poor man. He's just trying to help. Their ragged breathing echoed through the maze of side streets. All that work just to wind up fleeing for their lives again. Achi ground his teeth in frustration.
There are two main types of teeth grinding. The subconscious act of grinding one's teeth together while asleep. Yay. Grinding one's teeth together responds to anger or frustration. Here an example of, at roughly the same time, Minoru Minokawa is grinding his teeth while trying to keep to his schedule.
Hey! Time to take that keep out. Let's go. Minoru Kawa took a look at his wristwatch and gritted his teeth. Oh wait, you're doing the narration for them. I forgot. By the way, what sort of impression do you have of this wristwatch? Just respond with whatever happens to come to mind. I don't know. It's fine.
A wristwatch.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know what they want from me. It's a limited edition wristwatch. Oh.
Damn, is it that late already? He needed to head for the sales demo. The surveillance camera article wasn't done, but he'd just have to leave it where it was for now. As he was slipping his laptop back into his bag, his cell phone rang. He looked at the screen and saw Chiaki's name listed as the incoming caller. Was she done with her interviews? Hurriedly, he picked up. Chiaki, how's it going? Several wet sniffles came through the receiver. Hey, are you crying?
I'm Chiaki, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember. It's no use. I'm now Silver the Hedgehog.
Chiaki's voice was indeed punctuated by sobs.
People won't stop to talk no matter how hard I try.
On. This again, really?
I can't do it. Don't worry about baby. Just please let me go home.
Norikawa was already operating on a too tight schedule. He didn't have time to worry about Chiaki on top of it all. Look, just slow down and take a breath. Try and keep at it a little longer. He should have seen this coming when he first called her. His shyness was practically pathological. But if he cut her loose now, all this frustration would be for nothing.
But I can't do it. I'm sorry, I
Chiaki
really
whined
am.
again.
Yeah.
Look, just calm down. Norikawa was practically screaming into his phone. Stay where you are until I get there, okay? Got that? Whatever you do, just don't move. Leaving money for the coffee on the table, he strode out of the cafe. Street interviews were tougher than they looked. Not many random passers-by were willing to stop and do a back and forth. Still, being able to talk to people on the street was a fundamental skill for a freelance reporter. All Minokaro wanted was for Chiaki to put in a little effort and make it happen. Although he found her personality frustrating, he actually quite liked her writing. Reading her words, you'd never guess what she was like in person. If she could just break the right story, he was sure readers would be quite taken with her. There was no time like present. Pardon me. The plaza outside Shibuya Station was as crowded as ever. Minoru looked around and soon spotted Chiaki. Hey, what are you doing? She was hunkered down in front of the statue of Hachiko, squatting in an odd position. A group of kindergartners were gathered nearby, peering at her with sadness in their eyes, like she was a stray dog or something.
A pair of girls from Midoriyama Academy's kindergarten. They always hang out around the train station after school. They're quite fond of killing time inside the Tokyo 5000 series display car, the new landmark by the Hachiko entrance. The beat cop at the station's police box has nicknamed them the Kinder Partners.
What's this all about?
This is how I end up when I lose all my self-confidence. I just want to hide.
For crying out loud! Get a will ya! Stop crying! Pussy!
Oh, sorry.
He smiled and whatever the fuck happened.
Oh, she wiped away
Anya.
her tears and stuff.
Let me ask you this, Minoru stared down at her. What was it that made you want to be a freelance writer?
Well, I guess because I wanted to try my hand at writing?
A dangling bit of mucus bobbed in and out of Chalky's left nostril as she spoke. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, and why's that?
I love it's what's kind of funny about Minorikawa's route is he's basically like becoming like a therapist for everybody. He's everybody's therapist. He's like I just want to do my he's like I just want to do my job, but instead I have to take care of everybody. Well, I'm too embarrassed to say.
Jackie hid her face in her hands. Okay, never mind that then. Right now, you have a task that's been handed to you. You can't just say you can't do it. Norikawa tried to keep his tone calm. No magazine in the world is gonna let a novice writer just write about whatever they want. You have to prove yourself first. Get your fundamentals down.
I already know all that.
Norikawa took the notebook from Chiaki's hands.
Hey!
Wait, you've only talked to one person so far? There sure wasn't going to be a story in that.
Yeah, well, not a person exactly.
Huh? What's this here? A cat? It's Tama.
No, I mean, yes, there was a person in a cat costume. I thought since I could see their face, it'd be easier to ask them stuff. Yep, it's Tama. Another crossover. Hey, wee. We're unlocking a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what should I do? Where could the truck that took the burning hammer possibly have gone? I was standing there, racking my brain, when I hear a voice call out from behind me.
Excuse me? Are you, she's very cute.
No, you.
No, you! I will say I am not like this when I give interviews. I've been told that I give excellent interviews. That's like one of my best skills is giving interviews. You happy with your life right now?
I turn to see a woman holding a notebook.
I don't know when they're gonna move to the next thing. I mean, just sorry. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
I do not have the time for this right now. I'm more than a little busy.
No, I mean, I understand if you can't.
She's given me this hyper-intensive stare. I almost said scare. I can't tell if she's trying to be intimidating or if she's actually afraid of me. She's very scared.
Yeah.
She's terrified.
Yeah. I love her whole outfit. I love the little like flower pin things in her pigtails and the apple ring that she has on her finger there and the pink notebook that she has. It's so cute.
Yeah. Something about her is definitely off. Way too jittery and suspicious for my liking. Whatever she wants, I'd rather not get involved. I'm actually pretty busy, I say.
Look, like her whole I would wear this outfit. I love it. Like the
You should.
Heck yeah. Like the pink and black tights and the polka dot skirt and the plaid jacket. Like all of this.
You've already got most of this outfit.
Yeah, it's real good. I love it. Oh, but I mean, just real quick, it'd be a huge help, please.
But
please, Onegai.
I really
please.
She bows so many times she looks like one of those drinking birds.
A toy bird that functions by means of a simple heat engine mechanism, causing it to continuously dip its head into liquid and then rise back up. Sometimes falsely claimed to be a type of perpetual motion device. Once a common sight in offices the world over. We should help her out. Help Chiaki. Help her.
I can't help but feel bad for this poor girl. I guess I can give her at least a few moments of my time. Alright, but please make it quick.
Oh! Thank you! Thank you so much!
She goes back into drinking bird mode. So, what was the question?
Oh, right. So, are you, happy with your life right now?
Well, right now, as you can see, I am a cat.
Oh, a cat? Yes, I see a cat. So, yeah, I'll put down cat.
Just writes the word cat in her notepad.
Right. Thank you.
Huh? Oh, we finished already?
Yes, we can finish right there.
She hangs her head a little and looks away. Well, that sure was quick. I'm not sure I get what it was all about. Did I really give her enough to be useful? I doubt it, but hey, at least it was over fast. I head off to search for the Burning Man once more. No matter where I wander, though, I don't spot the truck anywhere. Now, there's only 15 minutes before the demo is supposed to start. I'd better make my way back to the venue. Maybe Chiri will have better luck in her search. No, she went to go eat. Back at the break room, I'm met by Mr. Yannikishita, who positively radiates despair. That's you.
Did you find it?
I'm sorry. I tried. Mr. Yanagishida's shoulders slumped further at my response. Have you heard from Chiri?
No, nothing yet. I guess she's our last hope.
All of a sudden, Mr. Yanagishida holds up a pendant.
The situation's rough. I'd like you to wear this.
It's a miracle stone like the one I saw back in the storeroom earlier.
This ought to kick up your luck a notch.
Now I see that Yanagishida is wearing another miracle stone around his neck, using one bit of sham merchandise to help find another. Nice. And this is the pinnacle of pitiful. And that's what this is.
Hurry up, put it on before the luck runs out.
Mr. Yanagishida's eyes were all bloodshot. He tells me that refusing this quest won't be wise right now. Nope. After a moment's hesitation, I take hold of the pendant. The stone is blue and glittery. Oh, that's you.
Is that Chihiri? Oh, he whips out his phone. Sorry.
He
No,
mutters after
sorry.
listening for a moment.
I think you have the wrong number.
Guess it wasn't cheery after all.
Okay, ha.
Yet he stays on the line.
Hey! Hey! Hontori!
You fucking weird. His turn suddenly does a complete 180.
Yes, please, thank you so much.
As soon as he hangs up, Yanagishida strikes the victory pose. Yatta!
Yatta! It's a miracle. Burning Hammer is back, baby! The recycling guy realized his mix-up and returned the boxes to the loading dock.
Whoa, for real?
You girls did great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I don't think they did anything.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone hold so close to literally jumping for joy.
I'm gonna go prep the demo room. Tama, you go bring the burning hammer inside.
With that, Mr. Yanagashida practically flies out the room. No way, I murmured to myself. This thing didn't actually work, did it? I examined the miracle stone more closely. Well, the thing is, nothing happened until he already had it on, though, so...
Yeah.
I examined the miracle stone more closely. It just looks like some kind of toy jewelry. Pretty sure it's Kawinky Dink.
Yeah.
I wish that I actually get paid my 20,000 yen. Hey, it's worth a shot. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
With the miracle stone still clutched in my hand, I hurry out to the loading dock. I braced myself before actually stepping out the door. It's there! It's really there! The cardboard boxes scattered all around outside. Wait, scattered all around? What happened to them? I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this.
Uh-oh.
Apprehension gnaws at me as I open up one of the boxes. Uh-oh. They're all broken.
Yep.
I shriek and my vision dims. The box is full of bottles of burning hammer, all of them smashed to pieces.
Oof. It's because I had
Bad
Achi.
end.
It's because I had Achi throw the boxes.
Yup.
Oh, wait, no, that was the right choice. That was what I was supposed to do. Or now
Yep.
it to be continued. Let's go back to Minorikawa. And then we'll go back to Achi.
Anya just wants me to hurt myself.
No! My throat is already dying from Achi's voice.
Whatever. Now get back out there and get me some more. Norikawa steered Chiaki towards the passing crowd.
I like that the kids are also pointing at her. What now?
Yes, now we've got no time to waste. I'll even stand by and watch for a minute. Now get it. Now enough of the excuses and get out of here. Norikawa looked on as Chiaki wandered through the crowd. Her anxious demeanor seemed to repel everyone around her. On the rare chance she did seem to manage to flag someone down, the way she stammered through her initial questions made them take right off again. After a minute or two, she shuffled her way back Shoulders slumped.
See, it's hopeless.
Okay, some advice. First off, you aren't approaching the right people. Some people are clean and rush, you know? You're not gonna have much luck trying to flag down Rishi's man is visibly in a hurry. Now, folks who win someone, couples, groups, they gotta be less on their guard, you see?
But I mean, if I do manage to nab someone, how do I keep the conversation going?
Chucky asked. That was indeed the tricky part.
Whenever I get an answer I'm not expecting, I get all flustered.
Chucky, have you ever played tennis?
Tennis? Well, yeah, I was in my school's tennis club.
She struck Minorca as being more the manga club type, but that was neither here nor there. Wow. Okay, that'll make this simpler. What's more fun, rallying with an opponent or hitting the ball off a wall?
Rallying with someone else, of course.
Minorca gave a hearty nod. And why is that?
Because when you hit the ball off a wall, you already know where it's going to come back to.
Revelation dawned on Sharky's face.
Oh.
It's the same with interviews. Don't get flustered, enjoy the rally.
But I don't think I'm composed enough to enjoy it.
Don't overthink things, you dumb broad. Just let yourself enjoy the small talk.
Small talk? Oh, I'm sure I'm not any good at that.
She's starting to waffle again. Okay, let me just ask you this, Minorca said, taking a step closer. Are you happy with your life right now?
I'm not happy with my life right now, no.
She hung her head in dismay. Okay, so start with it.
Huh?
I'm not happy with my life right now. That's how you do it. Chiaki blinked a few times as she lifted her head back up. I'm not happy with my life right now, but what about you? Like that.
Oh, okay.
A sliver of lightness crept back into Chiaki's voice. Norkai jabbed his finger right in her face. I'm definitely not happy right now.
Yeah.
Right there. Put on that face when you flag people down. Chiaki's smile widened.
I'll give it a shot. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. Good luck. Chiaki strode enthusiastically into the crowd and tried to flag down a Westerner who was walking hurriedly past. Didn't you even listen to a word I said? Noriko felt his short-lived triumph melting away. Am I just gonna have to teach her everything again from scratch? Then he paused in surprise. Hold on. Okay, good. Whoa. Chucky snatched the man by the arm in an attempt to get him to stop. That's not a thing you should do.
Yeah.
To Minorika's amazement, the gambit worked. Jesus Christ, what a creep.
Yep.
Before long, it looked like the two were engaged in some kind of animated conversation. Maybe you should get an interview out of this after all. Heck, the look on her face was actually somewhat confident. Sometimes people could surprise you once you got past their service issues. Now Minoru could head up to the Burning Hammer sales demo with a little more peace of mind. Speaking of which, crap! What time is it? In a panic, Minoru checked his wristwatch. The demo was set to start in less than 5 minutes. Uh-oh. She was really cutting it close. Do you not want to guess what a wristwatch is again, Anya?
Yeah.
Minoru sprinted through the intersection, hunting the center guy.
Hey, another one for the books. Okay, so we now literally just have one that we need to finish, which is Achi's. You told me, he groaned when they slowed down to catch their breath at last. I'm so sorry. You told me it was non-pulse.
Lost. Sorry, whatever for?
I keep saying I'm gonna help you, but instead I just keep putting you in danger.
Actually, no. They're off to me.
Yeah.
If you hadn't been with me, I'm sure I'd already be dead.
No! Achi hurried to cut her off before she could finish. Don't go there, please.
No.
He sighed, then spoke again more quietly. I just want to help you. Clenching a fist, he looked up at the sky. A tiny sliver of blue was visible through the narrow gap between the buildings. Hitomi hung her head.
Honestly, I can hardly believe how much you've done for me. I do appreciate it, but still, the lengths you've gone to.
Achi looked at his feet, then drew himself up. Well, I admit it's not just because of some gut instinct or your love for the environment. There is another reason I'm doing this.
There is?
Achi paused, searching for the right words. I've got a little sister. Her name's Suzune. She's cute and smart, kind of the exact opposite of me, you know? His voice took on an uncharacteristic solemnity. But she's got a weak heart, so she's in the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. What does that have to do with wanting to help me?
Back when Suzune was first admitted, I'd go and visit her every day, but she Archie, you don't need to come visit me every day, you know. The quiet hospital room made Suzune's voice sound all the more frail. What are you talking about?
What is that voice?
You know I'm worried about you. I'll be
Are you
fine on
trying
my
to
own,
make-
really. Achi had heard that line
Joy.
before. The more she insisted she was fine, though, the more reluctant he was to leave her. Besides, aren't you the amazing guy who helps hold Shibuya together? They need you out there. I'm glad you like the voice.
Is this meant to be sad?
Achi didn't know how to respond to that. Much as it was flattering to think he played some important role, he was really just hanging out and goofing off with his pals. Certain wasn't anything for his sister to be proud of. I'd rather you spent your energy helping people who need it more than me. What do you mean, people who need the help more? Who could possibly need help right now more than you? Achi scratched his head in confusion, and his sister gave him a weak, tiny smile. You'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll find you soon enough. But I'm gonna be here with you. I'll be fine. Suzune's face was pale, but her tone was firm. My big brother is gonna be out there doing his best to help people. That's what makes me happy. That's what keeps me going. Her voice was clear and unwavering, as if to head off his rebuttal. Alright, Achi said with a reluctant sigh. So then I guess, I'll just go out there and help people who are in trouble? Satisfied, Suzune smiled. Thank you. And can you promise me one more thing? Of course, anything you like. He thumped himself on the chest. If you're going to help someone, make sure you see it all the way through to the end. Okay? Okay. No calling it quits partway through, yeah? You got it. I just worry. I know you have a tendency to lose interest in things. Look, don't sweat. I swear I won't give up on this. Achi stuck out his pinky finger. But I want you to promise me something in return. Promise me you won't let this thing beat you. Suzune hooked her little finger around her brother's, her sad smile fragile as glass. And so there you have it. Kind of a rubbish story, I know, not very funny.
So, your sister's heart condition is pretty bad. And it sounds like it affected her lungs too.
You know.
Was your sister a smoker?
You know, she called me amazing. There's nothing amazing about me. Suzune, she's the amazing one. She's been in the hospital so long in so much pain, but she never complains. All I do is hang out and goof off with my friends. He gave a shrug. But I just kept thinking...
I like the idea of, because he's mimicking her voice. This is his way of mimicking her voice.
Yeah, it's good. Like, he's telling her the story, and he's like, and then my sister said, I hope you know that I just kept thinking about how happy she'd be if I really did help people. It turned out that finding people in need hadn't been all that simple. The only helpful thing Achi had been able to think of was going around picking up trash. And that's why Suzune's idiot brother left SOS to be Shibuya's garbage man.
Did your sisters know about your sister?
Did your sisters know about your sister?
Did your friends know about your sister?
I didn't tell them. It would have pinned this all on her being sick.
Ah, I see.
At least now Hitomi understood what the fight with the local toughs had been about. The sound of approaching footsteps jerked them back into the present. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alley. We broke all those bottles for no reason! He raised his gun. There was no time to flee. Achi quickly stepped in front of Hitomi. If you shoot us here, people are gonna come running. I'm guessing you don't want to get pegged for murder. The assassin didn't
says
flinch.
They don't want to get pegged.
Stay out of my way, Achi. This time there was no doubt. The gunman had spoken Achi's name loud and clear. How do you know who I am? The man stared at him through the sights of his gun. She has to die, Achi. It's for your own good. Oh, so Tateno is really trying to kill her. What?
What does he mean? Achi? What is he talking about?
Can't you tell that Achi also has no idea? Achi's mind was a whirl. Things were coming at him too fast for him to process. I don't know this guy. Hitomi, please, you have to believe me.
But
Hitomi took a doubtful step away from Achi. The assassin didn't miss his opening. Wow, she's a freaking idiot. What a buffoon. After everything he did for her, the minute there's some doubt, she's like, maybe I can't trust this guy. Like, shut up.
Yep. It always happens in storylines like this.
Yeah, I hate it. 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 Quickly aimed at her. Cut the crap, man. What do you mean killing her is for my own good? Once she's dead, you'll understand. The gunman's finger tightened on the trigger. Or maybe that isn't Tateno and that he's been gone this whole time. And this is some other guy. I have no idea.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Oh, that means we're here for the next hour.
The fuck we are. Oh, you mean in the game?
Yeah. I love the main theme for this game. It's so good.
Yeah.
Got the achievement. Who can you trust? Clear the 12 o'clock time clock. The
12 o'clock time clock.
Time block, I meant. I guess we still have half an hour to start off this new time block.
Yeah, so we definitely don't want to do Usawa because that's long as shit.
Yeah, so I guess we could just start with Kano again as we always do and make our way around.
Yeah.
Kano, our pro tag, basically.
Pretty much.
Following Kano's directions, Stanley drove toward the crime syndicate's hangout. I love that his name is Stanley. Flat Stanley.
He's meant to be a foreigner.
Yeah.
So he has the most normal name, except from Maria.
Yeah. He's Flat Stanley. There was a good chance that this was where Maria was being held. Traffic was practically non-existent, and they made good time. They cruised down Miyamazuzaka, then passed the train station towards Dokensaka. All the while, the two men stared out the windshield, neither inclined to make conversation. The world's most awkward car ride. They arrived at the Shinsencho intersection. Take a right here. You nervous? Stanley asked as he made the turn. I can't talk anymore! His own tone was calm
okay.
and level. Kano gave no reply. The struggle of voice acting for visual novels is that by the end of the several hours that you play it on stream, you can't talk anymore.
Yep.
If this syndicate really was holding Maria hostage up ahead, he and Stanley might wind up putting her in danger by showing up there. If it came down to it, Kano wondered, could he count on the man next to him taking the hostage safety into account? He doubted it, but there was nothing he could do about that now. They arrived at the syndicate's hangout sooner than Kano had anticipated. It was a multi-tenant building in Tomigaya, southwest of Yoyogi Park.
Yoyogi.
Yoyogi! The ratty building looked like it might come crashing down at any minute. The Black Lodge sign out front looked deliberately ominous. Kano knew the place as a bar, frequented by expats from various countries, as well as a hotbed of criminal activity. I'll take point, Stanley said. You back me up. Adam's playing cookie clicker.
Yeah. Wolf was playing Dragon Age Origins earlier.
Yeah. Yep, he's been playing that game for a while. He pulled a handgun from his suit pocket. It was a compact Glock, a model frequently used by the FBI or CIA.
Glock 17, a semi-automatic pistol developed in Austria for the police and military use. Notable for its incorporation of large amounts of polymer plastic in its design, a certain Hollywood film include a line of dialogue claiming that a Glock would not show up on airport X-ray machines, but since the gun barrel itself is made of metal, this is assuredly not true. Yeah, that's definitely not true.
Yeah.
Considering most of the gun is made of metal,
Yeah.
we already know who the FBI is.
Nah.
An American investigative bureau established by the U.S. Department of Justice in 1908 has authority matters involving crimes that don't involve them, that cross state lines, as well as threats to public order such as espionage and terrorism. Generally speaking, the FBI conducts activities within the United States. Sure.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
CIA. What is these are the people that do the stuff overseas. One of the principal agencies of the US intelligence community, reporting to the Director of National Intelligence, possessing considerable budgetary resources and a vast network of highly trained personnel. The CIA carries out intelligence gathering and covert operations primarily overseas. In recent years, the organization has been devoting major efforts to counter-terrorism.
Yeah. Kano drew his own gun, and the two cautiously made their way inside. They immediately heard some sort of ruckus from beyond a wooden door at the far end of the hall. I love these stock fighting sound effects.
Right?
Wha-bam! Choo-choo! Ching-chong! Please don't let this be what I think it is, Kano thought to himself. Sweat beat on his hands as he gripped his gun tighter. He heard the sound of glass shattering. Then came the sound of something heavy falling to the floor. Maria. Maria! Oh my gosh, Kano doesn't listen ever.
Nope.
Ignoring Stanley's previous order, Kano rushed ahead, kicked down the door, and stepped inside. He walked right into a massacre. There were nearly a dozen bodies sprawled out across the floor. He thought he recognized them all, the man who participated in the repeated attaché case handoffs. Each appeared to have been stabbed to death. Had these guys all turned on each other? No, that couldn't have been the case. None of the victims were holding a knife, which meant that whoever had killed them must still be hiding nearby. Hi, Azure, I love ya. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
Hello.
No sooner had Kano come to this conclusion than he heard a muffled cry behind him. Stanley!
Bull.
No! Oh no, Azure, I hope you feel better.
What happened?
He says that his body hurts.
Oh, I feel that. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better.
Big hugs. How's the scrambled Shibuya? As you could see, going great. He started the next time block, at least. The American was sprawled on the floor, face down. Kano rushed over and knelt beside him. No! He died! Just like that. They made him all cool and stuff just to kill him.
Yeah.
What the heck? They were like, this man, he definitely has killed before. He's so cool and confident. Oh, he's dead. Stanley was dead. Stabbed through the back. Without an instant's hesitation, Kano stood up again, gun at the ready. He scanned his surroundings, but there was no sign of the killer. But that was impossible. Stanley had been killed mere moments ago. Someone had to be here somewhere. Out of nowhere, he felt someone press the tip of a knife into his neck from behind, right at the base of his skull. How? He hadn't noticed anyone coming up on him. There wasn't even anyone else around. Nobody but the corpses scattered across the floor. Wait, the corpses? Kano hadn't checked them. Hadn't checked to make sure they were all really dead. With his last thought, he realized that had been his fatal mistake. Wow, we just started this time clock and we're already at a game over. Didn't even have a chance. We didn't even have a choice. There was no choice here. Yeah. Oh no. No, Nightbot's a liar, Azure. Alas, there's nothing to be done for poor Kano now. He wasn't prepared for whoever is wielding that knife. Sometimes it's best not to rush things. Kano and Stanley might not have had their run-in with the killer if they turned up a bit later. There's someone who could cause a traffic jam at 1310, which should keep these two from meeting such a grisly end. Okay, so he's not supposed to die. At least.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I can't believe we didn't even have a choice. They just died.
Yep.
Well, he's alive here, at least. And then I guess next we'll go Achi. Because I'm interested to see where this goes. The man with the cane crooked his finger on the trigger. Achi stepped in front of Hitomi, shielding her with his body. If you want to shoot her, you have to shoot me too.
Okay.
Yeah. Suddenly, the assassin's head jerked forward. He pitched face first onto the pavement and lay still, revealing a foreign man standing behind him.
Face food.
Yeah. Oh snap! It's face food. Oh, it's the other guy. The guy with the initial attaché case. In one hand, the stranger clutched a metal pipe. Hitomi, you know that guy? Hitomi's eyes went wide.
That's the man from the Scramble. The one who told me to go to the van.
Wait, one of the kidnappers? Why would he help us?
I'm not sure.
This is a crazy turn of events.
Yep.
The newcomer fixed his eyes on Achi. Hey man, I'm not sure what's going on here, but thanks for the assist. Whoa! The man took a sudden swing with his pipe. Achi barely managed to dodge out of the way. What the hell? Once again, Achi made sure Hitomi was safely behind him. Guess I gotta let my fist do the talking. Achi quickly adopted a fighting stance.
Careful!
Hitomi warned, her voice trembling. My man's is squared up, Azure says. Heck yeah. Don't worry, it's just a pipe. I'll just snatch it away from him and make him tell us where your sister is. Achi judged that you probably shouldn't say all this out loud. Achi judged the distance between them carefully as he stared his opponent down. The metal pipe gave this thug considerable reach. One solid hit from that thing and Achi wouldn't stand a chance. He needed to end this in one punch. One punch man! The crook sized him up for a few moments, then lunged forward to attack. Now. Achi sidestepped to avoid the incoming blow, then delivered a vicious left hook to his adversary's jaw. The man went down hard. Achi gazed at his fallen foe, flexing his knuckles.
He glazed his fallen foe.
Yep. The thing about guys who bring weapons to fights is they always let themselves get too cocky. He looked the guy over. The man had a tattoo peeking from one of his ratty sleeves. Come on, buddy, you can't clock out just yet. Get up, I've got a few questions for you. He knelt down to grab the man by his collar. Halfway to his feet, the man pulled a gun from his breast pocket. Whoa! Didn't know you were packing heat. Achi took a quick step backward. The man's eyes brimmed with rage. He looked ready to pull the trigger at any moment, but he didn't get the chance. Oh my god! What? This is kind of stupid.
It really is.
It's like, he's after us, and then he gets whacked on the head and knocked out with the pipe, and then the guy tries to attack us, and then we knock him out, but then he has a gun, but then the other guy with the gun pulls up, and he's like, I got a gun on you. Oh my god. The man with the cane had regained consciousness. Back on his feet, he trained his own gun on the foreigner. The foreigner quickly shifted his attention to the other gunman. Oh no, you don't! Achi darted forward and kicked the kidnapper in the hand as hard as he could. The gun went flying out of his grasp. With a low snarl, the man took up the metal pipe again. Rather than go for Achi, however, he charged at the man with the cane. What the? Achi watched in astonishment as the two men grappled. Now's our chance! I don't know what's going on, but let's get out of here! Grabbing Hitomi by the hand, Achi broke into a run. They ran for a long time, finally stopping to rest in a quiet municipal park. As they sat catching their breath, Achi sensed a new tension in Hitomi. She hadn't said a word since their latest escape. She has to die, Achi. It's for your own good. Good.
Good.
In his mind, Achi replayed what the man with the cane had said.
Good.
So he told me about what happened back there.
Yeah.
She sounded like she'd been far gone in her own thoughts. You gotta believe me, I have no idea who that guy was. Never seen him before in my life. He must have been saying that stuff to confuse us, to trip us up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, that's what's been bothering you, and I'm Huh? Now was Achi's turn to go monosyllabic.
Well, actually, you're kind of famous around Shibuya, right?
I don't know about that. Way back when, he'd been the leader of SOS. Nowadays, he was just some guy who picked up trash. That was nothing to brag about.
When someone's famous, it's not unusual for someone to recognize them and know their name. So yeah, I was surprised back there, but no matter what that man may have said, I trust you.
I mean, you kind of had some doubt a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at how many times you've put yourself in danger to protect me.
Hitomi sounded pretty resolute. Achi was glad.
Yeah, now that you've protected me, like, for the 10th time, I trust you now.
Yeah. Achi was glad that she believed him, but that raised another question. So then how come you've been so quiet? Don't tell me! Are we gonna have the same conversation again for the 5th time? You should not. I think we should split up now. Thanks for helping me this whole time, but I don't want to put you in danger anymore. Oh no, I gotta go with you. Okay, we continue on.
I've just been thinking about things. Like, what that man from the Scramble might be after.
It was true that its actions didn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, he seemed more interested in taking out the man with the cane than going after you. Maybe, I don't think it was a case of mistaken identity. I think there was probably bad blood between them. Maybe there's bad blood between them.
'Cause baby, there's bad blood.
If we're lucky, maybe they'll take each other out for us. He felt a rush of relief, reassured that Hitomi didn't doubt his motives. Regardless, though, we have to track down that blue van. The sound of a child's cry came from behind them.
You a child. I mean, Hannah, no.
Oh no! I love that she literally fell like that. That's insane.
Jesus.
She's just like, whoa,
I
bam.
forgot about that.
She's really hit the ground hard. Woof. Turning to look, they saw the kidnapper rushing toward them. He had knocked over a little girl who was in his way. No rest for the weary. Yet again, he and Hitomi sprinted away. Poor Hana.
They run so much.
Do you... Oh wait, no, that's Hitomi.
Do you think he took out the guy with the cane?
Maybe. Achi glanced back at their pursuer.
Me.
What? There was someone else with him. Now they were chased down by 2 foreigners. I liked this better when we were just running for one guy with a cane.
Yes.
In a one-on-one fight, Achi was confident he could keep Hitomi safe. 1-on-2, though, that was a different story. One guy might get a hold of her while he was facing off against the other. He had to make sure they lost these creeps no matter what. Hey, keep out. Can't believe he killed that kid. Yeah, I know, crazy. Yeah, Hana's having like the worst day today.
First, her dad gets her to help him commit suicide,
Yeah.
and then they're running away from murderers, and now she's face planting before it.
She's gonna definitely have daddy issues when she grows up if she doesn't already have them.
Oh yeah, and major trauma.
Yep. Yep. Should we just end it there?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think there's anything short enough to
Yeah.
be okay.
Let me just start Tama so that we can save there. Poor Tama.
Bottles of burning hammer litter the pavement, shattered in tiny bits of glass.
Yep. But yeah. I'm gonna start there. And we'll continue on next time for more of these shenanigans. I don't know if I'll stream next Monday. I'm still thinking about it because the Summer Game Fest stuff is happening this upcoming weekend. So I'll be streaming all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I might be too exhausted with streaming to stream on Monday, but we'll see. We'll see.
No worries.
Yeah. But we'll probably do it the week after that if we don't do it next week. Because the week after that, I won't be able to stream for VM Night because I am covering a shift for somebody on Saturday. So I won't be able to stream on Saturday because it'll be at the time I would normally stream. But I will be able to do the regular Monday stream. But thanks again, Lulu, for joining.
Being spoken.
Yee. I'm definitely having a good time with all of this. I'm glad to finally be playing through all of it. Yee. Pushes Tama after they get up. Oh, snap. But yee. I love you, Lulu. I love you, Azure. I love you, Rolf. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out.
Love you all the most.
Let's see who we shall
I love
raid.
you more than Anya does.
I'll kill you.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
No. Okay, let's raid. Oh, Seabees is live. I haven't raided Seabees in ages, so I'm gonna raid Seabees then. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Y'all are the bestest beings, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.
See you later. Bye bye.